Everything about the child fell on Ada alone. Feeding him, cleaning him, quieting his cries, hiding him whenever visitors came. The strain bent her shoulders and wore out her soul. She couldn't bear it anymore. When Chibuike turned 3, luck finally shone on Ada. She conceived again. Months later, she gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby girl who she named Ola. From the very first cry, it was clear Ola was everything Chibuike was not. But caring for both children became a nightmare. Chibuike could do nothing for himself. All he did was lie down and cry. Feeding him was a struggle, and sometimes he fought even the spoon in Ada's hand. Any nanny Ada had would stay a while, then run away, whispering that something about Chibuike wasn't normal. His helplessness was one thing, but a sudden burst of aggression made him unbearable. Dike, her husband, only saw Ola as his child. He carried her, kissed her, laughed with her, while Chibuike might as well not exist. He never touched him. For Ada, the weight grew heavier day by day. Sleepless nights, endless cries. One afternoon, her friend Amo stopped by. As they sat, Ada broke down, poured out her pain. Amo listened, then shook her head. "You're just stressing yourself for nothing," she said flatly. "If not me, I for don't take care of that thing long ago." Ada's eyes widened. "What do you mean by that?" Amo straightening her dress. "I beg you, maybe my mouth na go here say monkey go market no return. Take care of your children, Ada." She walked out, leaving her words hanging like smoke in the air. Ada sat frozen, her mind turning. The phrase "take care" echoed again and again until it no longer sounded like advice. It sounded like a command. That night, Ada lay awake, Amo's words pounding in her head. "If not me, I for don't take care of that thing long ago." Each time Chibuike wailed, her chest grew tighter. Each time Ola cooed softly, her heart melted. The contrast was unbearable. By morning, her actions had changed. She cradled Ola with tenderness, singing to her. But when it came to Chibuike, her face was blank, her patience gone. When he spat out food, she simply dropped the spoon and walked away. That evening, she did something she had never dared. She locked Chibuike in the small windowless back room just to keep him quiet. She whispered to herself, but deep inside, she knew it was small. For hours, his cries shook the walls, an unsettling beast-like wail that made even Ola stir in her crib. Ada closed her ears, whispering to herself that she was only doing what any mother in her shoes would do. When Dike returned, she quickly unlocked the door, acting as though nothing had happened. He barely noticed anyway. His arms were already reaching for Ola, kissing her tiny cheeks, pretending the other child didn't exist. But Ada noticed. She noticed how easy it was, how one locked door could silence a problem. And in that moment, a seed of darkness took root, whispering that maybe, just maybe, there was a way to end this burden forever. Days turned into weeks and Ada's heart grew colder. Locking Chibuike away became a routine. First for hours, then for entire nights. The house was quieter, almost peaceful, and Dike seemed not to care, but Ada's mind was restless. She began to imagine a world without him. She would stand before a mirror, whispering excuses under her breath as though rehearsing. "Somebody attacked me in the market. They took him while I was away." Sometimes she practiced tears, staring into the mirror until they became a command. Then, as days passed, Ada started something new. She would slip quietly into the small bush behind her house. She would dig, and after digging, she would cover the growing hole with plantain leaves whenever she's done for the day, before anyone could see it. By the 4th day, the pit was wide and deep, big enough to swallow the secret she planned to bury. One afternoon, Dike packed a few clothes into a small bag.
"I'm off to Onitsha to buy goods for my shop,"
he said.
"I'll be back in a few days."
When the door shut behind him, Ada's heart pounded. She and the children were now alone. This was her only chance. That night, sleep evaded her. She weighed her options. Poison, too obvious. Suffocation, too suspicious. By dawn, her mind had settled on something darker. The next night, when the compound grew silent and Ola slept peacefully, Ada acted. Earlier, she had slipped an overdose of sleeping tablets into Chibuike's pap. Now, she crept into the children's room, wrapped him tightly in a cloth, slid his frail body into a big black sack, and crept out into the night. She paused at the back gate, looking around, leaving the estate would raise suspicion. So, instead, she slipped into the night, heading straight for the small bush. Her eyes darted left and right, scanning shadows, making sure no one was watching.